Somebody asked me the other day, like, oh, what was the first Robert Mapplethorpe photograph you ever saw? And I was like, what was the first Beatles song you ever heard? It's like, you know, his photographs are so ingrained, I think, in our psyche, just because they've had such an impact on pop culture and art culture, and I mean, they've just had such an impact on our world. The moment I saw the photograph, which we ended up using for our album cover, which is a much more unknown photograph by Mapplethorpe, I knew right away that it was the sleeve. Initially, I loved kind of the sexiness and the playfulness and the sort of playful confrontational aspect to it. There's a sweetness to it that I really loved. The other thing is that it's a dancer, and we did make a dance record, and in a lot of ways this album was a real shout out. I wanted to really acknowledge those people and creative people that had been through this world before us and that had really paved the way for a band like us to exist, because we were never the first people to do what we do. You know, there's been plenty before.
I think those thoughts really were going through your head and our head in making the record, whether it was directly related to Mapplethorpe himself or not. I think the idea of sort of a past where you know, club culture was you know, sort of maybe had a different element of freedom and wasn't as self-conscious and maybe felt fresh and vibrant was maybe where this album was coming from.
But it's funny though, because we were really going through a lot of the photographs while we were writing the album, and there's songs on our new record that I could directly link them to certain photographs in my head when we were writing them. It really went hand in hand with us making this record.
I think there's a bit of a feeling that we're not experts in art history, or even by any means experts in Mapplethorpe. I think it was all part of a discovery, but maybe that's what got the gallery excited, is that we maybe have a fresh take on the work and are excited to also bring in new artists that we feel connect to his work. I think we've both been really interested in contemporary art, and I think it's always great to have to pull inspiration from anywhere you can. I don't know that we really considered curating a show until the gallery approached us, actually, after putting out the record, and just said, we love what you've done with the work. We think Robert would have been a fan of his use, on the album cover and in the campaign, and I think it was kind of the perfect mix of us and Robert, and was actually an artist that the gallery was really excited about, which got me excited.